Hello. Will you consider attempting to understand the will of the Lord today, which was impossible to understand before now? Ephesians 1:9. Now we can understand the will of the Lord. Here's an argument. If the Lord has freed you from his strong delusion, 2 Thessalonians 2:11, and has broken the seven seals that hid his revelation from you, 1 Corinthians 2:7, preventing you from understanding the mysteries of the kingdom, really understanding the Bible, Revelation, 1 Corinthians 2:7. But now, if you can understand Revelation, understand parts of Revelation, understand parts of the mystery of the kingdom. In other words, if the Lord's freed you from the spiritual dark ages or the matrix, 2 Thessalonians 2:3-11, where we believe we had a biblical standard from God, but he gave us a strong delusion so that we used Bibles that were subjective truth of men Bibles. But now, if you can see that and if you can understand that, and if you can believe the Lord's promise that he will be the only preacher of righteousness, Matthew 4:23, and rule over this world for 1,000 years with all moral authority, that his will be done on earth as it is in heaven. You know, one of the reasons we have not had the Bible is because it's so powerful. God only would put it on this earth, complete and on this earth and in men's hearts for 1,000 years. That's it. If you can believe that spiritual warfare is between the objective truth from God, the sword of the Spirit, and the subjective truth of men, Satan's mega sword, that's every wind of doctrine, that includes Bibles of men. If you can believe that spiritual warfare is between God's truth and men's truth, consider Adam and Eve in the garden. They're cast out of the garden because of men's truth, subjective truth. That fruit looked good. If you believe that spiritual warfare is that simple, and if you can repent of men's truth, be born spirit, humble yourself as a little child to Christ, and let Christ do the talking, Habakkuk 2:20, then you can start preparing for the second age of the kingdom, Ephesians 2:7. Denominationalism is not Christianity. It's not even close. The Bible from God and one faith system from God is as high as the heavens above the ways of men, Isaiah 55. Now you can start right now by reading through the Bible with us. Here's another project I'm interested in. I hope you're interested in, and hope you put your hand to the plow and get started with this. I would love to get an old Bible dictionary with no copyright or an expired copyright for us to use as a basis and put together a dictionary using objective truth from God. A dictionary that men can't change moral definitions of. And we could use Zoom chat and we could assign words and we could come together weekly to consider these words, and we could vote whether we approved them or not. And really the whole world, all Christians around the world could then eventually, or as time goes by, involve themselves in a dictionary. And we can vote or edit words as we go along. We can have a dictionary with God, Christ, authorizing the moral principles of that dictionary. You're willing to do that and you want to do that, send your name and with your email to therodofiron.org at protonmail.com. Let's get started on that. We'll do Zoom lessons and we'll just start putting together a dictionary with God, deciding the moral issues and men doing what we can do. That's what a democratic republic is going to be all about.